Hey guys, let's go over the TWAB for this week. First, we have their 10 years of doing kilts for kids, which is just amazing and it's a really fun thing. But to give people incentive for actually donating to said kilts for kids, every $50 you receive a year's unique Destiny emblem. All codes will be sent after all $50 donation on or before May 20th. $100, the price above shall receive a postcard digitally signed by our Kilts for Kids team and mailed to you. $250 plus a digital copy of a new and unique piece of artwork made by Bungie's Mark Flick himself. $1,000 plus 1 hour of Destiny 2 gameplay session with Bungie employees and fellow Kilts for Kids donors. The date and time will be mutually agreeable upon the completion of the fund wager. $2,000 plus the first $2,000 will receive 3 hand-painted Destiny vintage goblin figures themed to past, present, and future, which is also cool. This is just an incentive for people to donate, but if you don't have it, you can just at least spread the word. But if you have the extra money, feel free to give it to Kilts for Kids. It's an amazing thing that they do every year. Up next, we have Iron Banner starting at the next reset, which is April 13th. This is going to be a interesting one because they're bringing back the sniper and the hand cannon from year 1, but they also are giving us a new machine gun and a new shotgun. Speaking of shotguns, there are some nerfs incoming. For the aggressive 120 hand cannons, they are very dominant in PvP. If you haven't even set foot in PvP, you would know that, just because that's all pretty much what everyone uses. And the way they're counteracting it, these weapons will now have a damage and aim assist fall off distance reduced by 2 and 4 meters based on the range stat. This roughly halves the range buff they received in Beyond Light, which is cool. That means Palindrome's gonna shoot even further, so Palindrome should win more gunfights against 120s if they're at the right distance. Falling Guillotine is still the most viable legendary sword for massive damage, and the reason they're gonna try to counteract it is that the full energy heavy attack will cost 6 ammo instead of 4. They're taking away chip damage, so you won't be able to damage the enemy through their shield, which they're also taking it away from Bastion, which is one of those awesome things. Now, to get back into the point of shotguns, Quick Draw is getting their handling bonus removed after 1 second of switching through the weapon or upon aiming down sights, and they're replacing Quick Draw with Surplus on new and existing Fell Winters and Astral Horizons, which is good because most shotgun users, the way they do it, they don't primarily use their shotgun. They usually try to use it to finish them off, but this is also going to bring out the apes who just want to run shotgun only all the way through. This will bring a lot more of them out, so primary is probably going to be pushed back once again if you're doing it from close range. For a PvE nerf, Frenzy is getting a 5% nerf because it is just darn too powerful. Pretty much how it is done, Frenzy is just one of those perks that's just way too good for some machine guns because it does the damage of tier 3 Rampage and Outlaw while not even getting kills primary most of the time. As long as you hit the perk active and you keep it active, then you always gonna have these stats. Reservoir Burst is actually getting a nerf, which is weird because it's one weapon it has is only in a sunsetted fusion rifle. They are bringing this gun, they're gonna bring this perk back at some point, especially with the way they word it is upcoming content requires revisiting the power level of a damage perk that can be activated simply by having full magazine. The very next bulletin they have is wink wink nudge nudge say no more. Pretty much they are gonna bring this back on a weapon. People are thinking it's going to be on Vexman the class when VOG comes back, but we'll only see. For Laminate, they are reducing the amount of revved attack damage by around 16%. This isn't going to change anything for Laminate, which is going to just keep it at the base of where it's at. Since Bastion is getting its chit damage removed. Bastion is going to get buffed at some other places. One of the things it's getting is it's actually going to be an unstoppable weapon now, which is cool. It gives me a reason to use on Bastion in anything besides PvP. But it's also getting a nerf because the spread is going to be increased by 13%, which is needed because it's more dominant than actual shotguns because it has 3 bursts of just shotgun shots that are considered fusion, which is really good in trials. Suited for combat seasonal challenge. This is one of those things. This week we introduced the 9th week of chosen seasonal challenges. One of the challenges suited for combat asks players to defeat targets anywhere in the system wearing a full set of armor, but we didn't clarify that the armor had to be the previous seasonal armor. Only the previous seasonal chosen armor will grant progress towards this challenge. And for those who don't know, that is the newest world armor set that we have for this season. They go over inactivity in Grandmaster Nightfalls pretty much. If you are constantly in your menu and you just fiddle around with it, you shouldn't get kicked, because people are getting kicked from Grandmasters because they're dead and they don't have any revives, so they're just sitting there. But players should open their character or director screens and go through their menus to avoid being removed from this activity. Honestly, that's the only thing they can do as a player because there's no more reses when they get to a certain point. Also, just a PSA, delete all your shaders when you can. Beginning in Season 14, launching on May 11th, we are overhauling the shader system and how shaders can be applied to armor. Due to overhaul, shaders will become permanent unlocks and all shaders in players' inventories will be removed. We encourage everyone to dismantle their shaders before Season 14 begins to receive Glimmer and Legendary Shards for players who need it. This is always one of those things that it's going to be said by me every chance I get, just like the Crucible tokens was said by me every chance I got, just so people will always have a reminder to either use your tokens when that was the thing and dismantle shaders until the next season. Anyway guys, that's the TWAB for this week. It's pretty informational. There's a lot of good PvE stuff, a lot of good PvP stuff, some nerfs that needed to happen, some changes to guns that needed to happen, but it's whatever. It's still going to be Destiny. It's still going to be a fun game, especially for people like me who just play it to enjoy it and don't take it too seriously. Anyway guys, I'm going to stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays on Twitch. The link for that is going to be in the description down below, along with the TWAB documents going to be in the description down below if you want to read it yourself. Anyway guys, hopefully I'll see you next stream. Bye guys.